Hey guys, it's Ivan, and I am going to tell you guys a little something about Floop. Floop is a fun discovery I've made, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did playing around with it. Oop, I am having, oh, here it is. If only there we go. All right, here's the basics. The name of this program is basically called Floop. Apologies if my wife laughs in the background because it's called Floop. Anyway, the website is floopedu.com. Again, that is floopedu.com. It's helpful for many activities that you can take pictures of and what have you. Um, you need an internet browser, which nowadays isn't so bad, especially since we're doing COVID remote learning. Um, but if you're trying to do like on a mobile device, there's no app for it, so you have to use your browser on your mobile phone. But it still works on that though. Um, Aside from that, there's a free 30-day trial, $10 a month, or $84 a year. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Well, Floop class test. This was my attempt to make an assignment. Named it Fun 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 because I wanted to have fun with Floop. Um, so created the assignment, described it as submitting something fun with this fun website. Um, and that is what we did. See, now as you can see on the left, my wife made a student account so that she could submit a fun thing. Um, and on the left, you can see the fun class, and see that I have 0 out of 1 students in the class having submitted the assignment. My wife was negligent at this point, though that was sort of the point of that picture. But it seems to be a very interactive tool that allows you to track the assignments, track who does them. Um, let's move on to the next slide because this is what she put. She submitted a picture of our daughter, and it's really pretty because that's her daughter, and she's beautiful. Anyway, so she submitted the assignment, um, which was very interesting. Again, it's a fun assignment. But like when you go over here, you can see that you can leave comments. And so the comment I put there was, "We can't see the outline of the face." You know, like it's not a good image. My baby's mostly there. To which she responded, "It's hard to take pictures," which I can imagine is accurate when she's climbing all over you. And I've kind of done it myself. But that allows you to have back and forth replies. Um, so if you look up at the corner underneath conversation threads, I made other comments like the background is blurry, which is the same thing as the green dot that is not highlighted in the image to the left. The one that is highlighted is the one that you're seeing the conversation for, and we could continue to reply back and forth, um, and that could allow the educator to give feedback to the student, and the student to ask questions for specific aspects of that feedback. Um, so those conversation threads can happen on each point of um, of suggestion that I would be making as an educator on their assignment. So here we go. Right now, there's a section that you come over here where they can actually resubmit assignments after they've gone and modified them. They can also, again, you can see they can view their feedback. Pretty well laid out, like submitted, when it was submitted, version 1, time and date. And then come over here, and my wife's second submission was a bunch of, values for nurses about like cholesterol and HDL, LDL, all kind of other things that I really. Anyway, so she resubmitted the assignment. Now, this is, I think, quite interesting in the fact that the submission that she has given. The submission she's given is not even a copy of the old one that's been modified. The submission that she made was actually a whole new image of these said values. Um, the thing was submitted. You can look over at the different versions that have been submitted, and you can see again The first one is just a normal picture. The second one is actually like a list of documentation that shows your nursing values. Conversations can be seen in both of those. If I had more feedback to give on version 2, like, oh my gosh, where's my daughter? Put her back in here. I could do that, and then she can complain at me about how I'm making her do a bunch of random things for an assignment that she has nothing really to do with. That said, the usefulness for Floop, it could be actually quite useful, in my opinion, for any of these things: math, writing, drawing, home projects. Again, I can cover anything from homework to even a little bit of remote learning for those schools that are doing hybrid or fully remote styles of learning the semester or trimester, depending on the school. The good thing is that you can allow students to track their own assignments. They can track their own data as far as feedback that they're getting for them. They can resubmit. You can basically keep track of everything, and it seems to be quite user friendly. Um, and again, this adapts really well to remote learning. That's kind of what I think draws me the most to this, is that while you can use it, let's say you allot time in your classroom, like a type of study break or a study hall of some kind, the students can each be working on different assignments, and you could be masterminding behind your keyboard at the front, and while they're working on their assignments and submitting them, you could be sending them feedback right away. And with a little bit of a raise of the hand, they could say, "Hi, Mr. Ivan, I've resubmitted my assignment. Would you mind taking a look at that?" And then I can instantly look at it, give them feedback without having to talk, and potentially even like say something embarrassing that they did wrong in front of other students, in front of their peers. Um, so it can kind of give a little bit of privacy and anonymity in that regard as well. But yeah, it's quite a useful tool. Right now, to wrap it up again, it is very user friendly. I give it a 2 thumbs up. It's very intuitive and simple, easy to sign up for. Um, so strengths and opportunities. There's a lot of opportunity for feedback. Um, the idea that you can have those conversations about separate things on a single document and have each of those conversations tracked individually, opening and shrinking those menus for those conversations. It's nice. It's a nice addition to Floop. Um, but yeah, you can connect it to Google Drive. You can see early submissions or later submissions of different kinds of work, so you can kind of track how they are growing in their attempts to understand the material you're giving them. Weaknesses, they need an app. If they had an app for this, you could slap it on an iPad. I know a lot of kids use iPads in schools, at least one of the schools I'm currently at right now. Majority of the kids all have iPads. So if they had an app, that would make it really nice. Fingers crossed that Floop does it soon. um, would I use it in the classroom? Yes. Between the remote learning, all the things I've mentioned so far, this is just definitely an app I think, or not an app, but a website I would love to use in my classrooms to help stimulate those conversations between me and my students. And that is, as you can see, a blank slide because we have reached the end of the slideshow. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with you about the Floop.